Yeah, I thought today was a good day. I mean, I had a lot of momentum and it changed really quickly, but that's tennis and just learning from those moments on how to stay on top. But Sorana's had obviously a great player and has also had a great season, so I knew today wouldn't be easy.
Coco, congratulations on the win. Adam Ross, Florida Tennis. You had to navigate a lot out there. It's a very tricky opponent. You know it's going to be rough with Sorana Cirstea.
Yeah.
And then there was the fan who fell ill. So can you talk a little bit about how you navigated all of those things? Thank you so much.
Yeah, Sorana obviously is tough, like I said, and she's been having a great season, and I know it's her last, so I feel like she goes to every match with nothing to lose. And yeah, as far as the fan, I'm glad I heard that she's okay, and that's good to know. And yeah, it was a little bit of a wait, so I guess I want more, a bit faster medical team response, because I felt like it was like 10 minutes and no one ever actually came. So my physio was the one over there, but I'm just glad to hear that she was okay. I was a little bit worried because from where we were sitting, it looked like she wasn't moving, but they said it was more of a leg thing, and then she like fainted from the shock. So yeah, I'm just glad she's okay.
Coco, finally, your bucket list, your first quarterfinal in Miami.
Yeah.
Is a relief? Are you excited? And also about going 3 sets every match.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it wouldn't have to happen any other way than to put some work in. And yeah, I think in the previous times I've played here, I've had some tough matches and maybe mentally wasn't in there. And today I just wanted to stay mentally in there.
Hey Coco, that was a great volley you hit on match point, and you've been #1 before in doubles, and you talked. I think you mentioned in your on-court interview you went on Twitter and you saw people say you should come to the net more. I'm just wondering, firstly on the net part, but also what is your relationship like with like social media, going on Twitter? Like, do you go on there often? Like,
Yeah.
what's that kind of been like?
Yeah, actually I saw it on Threads. I got confused. It wasn't Twitter because I'm on a Twitter break. Yeah, Twitter's a bit toxic, so I actually haven't been on in like a month or 2 months, so I saw it on Threads. But yeah, I guess I have to remember that part of my game. It's something we do practice a lot, and my coaches encourage a lot. I think just in the match situations, just trying to remember what you practice and trusting that. And yeah, I think I consider myself as someone who can volley decently well. I'm obviously not the best volleyer, but definitely not the worst. So I think just trying to remember that I can come up with some good volleys. And also, sometimes the volleys are the easiest play because it's the least amount of thinking. So it's really hard to overthink a volley.
Al Butler from UPI here. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
I was just curious also, earlier this week you mentioned maybe you wanted to be a mother after your tennis career. Between the grind of the season and some of the sacrifices you're making during the season to be who you are, is after tennis, is that something you visualize often?
No, I don't really visualize, I guess, life after tennis right now. Yeah, I don't know, but I definitely wouldn't want to have kids while playing, so I'm pretty certain on that. But yeah, you never know. I mean, Serena, Venus, a bunch of people all said similar things, but I just don't see it for myself. But yeah, honestly, I haven't really thought about life after tennis. I definitely don't want to coach or anything, so you won't probably see me out there. But at first I said no commentating, but then it kind of looks kind of fun, so maybe I would consider doing something like that. But yeah, I haven't thought that far ahead.
Hey Coco, well done. Obviously, I know you don't know who you're playing yet, but they'll play later. Just what are your thoughts about playing either Belinda or Amanda? I'm sure you're familiar with both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start with Amanda. She's obviously a really tough player. Last time we played, she beat me pretty easily in China, so I think I have to learn from that match and be able to get on the front foot sooner. And then Belinda, I don't remember the last time we played, but it was recent. Okay, Beijing, yeah, and that was a 3-set match too. So I was able to come out of that, Belinda, but she's been having a great season too. So they're both capable of winning any tournament, any time. So I have to be ready either way. But this is what you expect in the later stages of these tournaments.
Hey, Coco, well done.
Thanks.
I think it was yesterday, I don't know, I can't keep the day straight, on your match, Tennis Channel showed this graphic of your toss, and did you see it? Or do you know what I'm talking about?
I actually did see it, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm curious, like, since you did see it,
yeah,
what you thought of it, and sort of when you think about your serve, how much of it is like the motion itself, and is the toss something you're focused on? Is it going along the baseline for reasons because you're trying to do different sorts of serves? I'm just sort of curious because they compared it to like Elena, who's all her balls were like inside of a balloon,
she's the
basically.
best server on
Right,
tour,
I know.
so I need to get to there, but
right. I'm just
no,
curious.
I saw that graphic, and it's something I've been working on. I know my toss isn't as consistent I would like to be, but when the pressure hits, sometimes you don't even care if they know where you're serving. You're just trying to get the serve in. But it's definitely something that I've been trying to work on and be more consistent with. But at the end of the day, it's something I work on in practice and try to remember in the match, but also I just try to do it what feels most comfortable. But yeah, I would like to get to a point of somebody like Elena where it's pretty spot on every time. But yeah, it's definitely one of the things we're working on, though.
Coco, you were just talking about the mental side. Would you put that down to the reason that you really haven't done that well over here in the past? Or how much of it has also got to do with the pressure of playing in essentially your backyard, whereas so many other players, when they're playing in their hometowns or home cities, they do feel that extra pressure and don't necessarily perform?
Yeah, I think, I feel like I feel like every time I played her, there's always that extra layer. You just, see familiar faces in the crowd, and, you don't want to disappoint them. And this year I just came with the mentality of just, just trying to enjoy the environment and the match instead of maybe focusing on the result. And even though I've had some tough matches here, I've had a lot of fun. So I think the biggest thing is approaching these tournaments, embracing the situation more so than putting pressure on the situation.
Hi, good job.
Thanks.
I'm curious that nowadays in the tennis, stats analysis are very big part of the sport. And recently I heard that ATP is providing some like IQ, the ATP IQ, which is a tool to analyze the stats with the AI system. So first, how much do you rely on these stats and this kind of stuff? And do you welcome if WTA also had that kind of AI analyzing system?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really use I don't know if there is a WTA one, but I don't use it. I have a separate service that I use, but not the one reading the stats. My coaches are. I feel like, I'm obviously aware of certain patterns I have and aware of certain patterns that my next opponent or whoever I'm playing at the time has, but it's not something I like to get down all the way into the details in because I feel like it can overcomplicate things in my head. But I think stats are definitely important use. I think my team does a good job of finding the fine line of telling me the stats of certain situations, but also just letting me fill it out, especially when you haven't played someone before. Sometimes the stats aren't inaccurate because people can change their game completely based off who they play. So, but yeah, I definitely think it's something that I pay attention to more so, especially like where my opponents like to serve. I think is the most stat thing I think I like to know before I go on court. Thank you.